Okay, I got a permission for this house right here. The house was built in 1943. Used to be a garage here where they worked on cars. Used to be some gas pumps right in here. I imagine that there's going to be a bunch of pull tabs and stuff like that. It was actually a little grocery store in there at one time. It was a TV repair shop. It covers about an acre of land. Has another entrance and door over here. I'm sorry, it's right on the main road, so we're going to get some road noise. But I suspect there's going to be some stuff in here. It might be, I think it might be a little bit hard hunting, but we're going to get in here and see what we can find. Hope you can hear me over traffic. Getting a little coin type signal here. Haven't got a whole lot of them that's been this clean. Looks like it's in part of an old flower bed right here. Showed about 4 inches. Pinpointer's acting a little silly. I missed it a little bit, looks like. There's a coin right there. Memorial. Getting a signal here that's jumping around. That's probably about 5 inches. I cannot believe how poorly I'm doing here today. This is a permission I've been wanting to get for a long time. I did the house across the street about 4 or 5 years ago and hit, there's a power line transmission deal just about 200 or 300 yards away, and it's really bad on interference. I see rust in here, so not real hopeful on this one. We're under a severe thunderstorm watch, and I can see it starting to come up to us here. Oh, it does look like a coin there. That's the front of the penny there. $0.01, first wheat penny. Look at that. It took long enough. I've been here for a while. Look at that. Got a wheat. I've been digging so much trash. I didn't film this one, which I probably should have. Actually, I've been digging for a little bit, and I haven't been getting nothing but trash. I just switched from the V3i to the AT Max because I was getting so much interference with this. But I was getting like a quarter signal about 4 or 5 inches down, and it's a good conduct metal. I'll clean it up here some and show it to you at the wrap up, but that's a good find. Good evening, it's time for a wrap up on the patio. Today's hunt was at the old gas station. Now, I didn't tell you on the introduction, but I know a lot of history about that building because my grandfather built it. My grandfather was in the Army in World War II. He came back from the Army. He built that gas station and garage, worked for Sun Oil Company in the oil fields out where I live at. And he lived there until 1979. In 1979, he was killed in a car accident. I was 10 years old then. I still remember him, but it takes a little bit of thought to remember the grandfather and stuff. The house was subsequently sold, and it's been an area I've been wanting to hunt for a long time, obviously, because it's got a little history to me. I saw the owner out working in the yard today while I was driving by, so I stopped and I talked to him. He gave me permission to hunt on the land. I started out hunting with the V3i. There's an electrical transformer unit about 150 feet, 200 yards away, 150 yards or 200 yards away, and it just ate the V3i up. It gave the AT Max a hard time too, but I started out in the front yard, which is about 30 feet by 20 feet, something like that. I went through with the V3i. I only found a couple of coins. I put it in one frequency. I changed frequencies. I ended up just putting in the mid frequency. I think it's 7.5, and hunting it. That was the best I could do with it, but it just ate it up. I went and got the AT Max. You could hear the interference chirping on the AT Max, but the AT Max performed much better than the V3i today. Went through and didn't find a whole lot of coins. There's a whole lot of trash there. Ended up finding about 9 pennies, about 3 dimes. I didn't find any quarters. I didn't find any nickels. My pouch was just plumb full of trash. I did find like a little car. I don't know. I set it down here somewhere. Here it is. And I'll put it here. But didn't find a whole lot. But I found one outstanding item. I found what I believe to be my grandfather's good conduct medal. I've started cleaning it a little bit. It was really caked up, but that is the actual medal right here. I believed it belonged to my deceased grandfather. Here's the actual finds. I did find one wheat penny in 1953D. Right at the end. Right at the end, I was starting to run across some better finds, but it was starting to. If you notice in the background here that there's some lightning and thunder going on back there, it is about to storm. We're under a severe thunderstorm warning right now, so I'm wrapping it up. Finding the medal belonging to my grandfather really made my day. It was a good find in my book. Anyway, I appreciate you watching my videos, and y'all have a good evening.